AA, see you in church. Hi, I'm Manuel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave me a message or a topic you'd like me to talk about, and put the hand up. I always do it at the beginning because I tend to forget. So I don't want to go back and say, and then go back. So it's easier just to do it right away. I wasn't going to record today because today's my mother's birthday. But I decided to go ahead, force myself to get up, do stuff. They claim it's going to rain, and I might not want to do anything during the rain, so I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Today's subject is annoyances. And what I mean about that is YouTube. What's been happening, I don't know if it's happening with you. I like to put on some of the beauty gurus, some of the other than that. And what's been happening is this. I go to cook or chop vegetables. That's really more or less what I've been doing. Getting things ready to cook. And so I put on YouTube. And I start watching, and about 15 to 20 minutes, well, not even that, about 5 or 6 minutes, all of a sudden YouTube puts a commercial. Okay, I don't mind that, but I don't want a concert. I'm sorry. The people YouTube seem to be so in love with are not people that are in my music list at all. You're going to say, oh, but you're older. No, I like a lot of new songs. I just don't like what they pick. I'm sorry. I don't want to see people hopping up and down. That's not a real exciting turn on to me, to watch people going, hey, hey, hey. No, not interested in that. Not interested in a girl that's got her roots black and her hair green. I don't know her music. Not putting her down. I'm just not going to buy her music and don't want to hear it. Don't want to be forced to hear it either. The song goes on and you can't to get rid of it. You have to wait through the whole damn video before it lets it go back to the thing. But the other day, that's not what happened. They played a stupid thing. Then they started a whole other video to what you were listening to. And then this one was going to be over an hour. It said that. And I'm like, oh, hell no. And I went over and I hit the thing to take it off. I'm like, no, I don't want to see another show. I'm watching this. And I don't know if you're getting that, but I've gotten it quite a few times, especially over here. I'll put music and in this room. I'll put music on. I'm listening to music and the music's really good. And then all of a sudden it breaks from the music videos and it's doing a TV show. And I'm not talking about regular TV show, their own TV show. A person explaining how to turn a counter into something else. I'm sorry, if you were telling me to buy this product for 1 minute, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But no, they're not doing that. They're actually shellacking the whole counter of their kitchen and recoloring it and reshaping it, making the whole look different. I'm like, what the hell? So then I have to get up, get the remote control, go boom to get rid of it. I'm cooking, well, getting things ready to cook so I can start cooking, and they do the same thing. They put a whole complete show in the middle of what I'm watching. I was watching, what do they call those girls? The Sharing Squad or something like that. And I was watching them. I liked them when they were on Clever. And on Clever, they were both hilarious. Now, Clever went under and it's back again. They're doing Clever News. I don't know what that's about, if that's real Clever or somebody else purchased Clever. And they're now only running the news service, which was where that young man who's with Shane Dawson, Ryan, used to be over there, and he was one of the DJs. And now he's over there with Shane Dawson, and they're going to get married. But that's beside the point. You go over there, you're watching the Share channel. I guess that's what they're calling themselves. I don't know. But I like to watch them. And they were doing something, and I was enjoying it. And then in came commercial. Well, I just continued to cut. I didn't look at the corner. And then when I looked at the corner, that show had just started. They were going to go for at least a half an hour. I was like, oh, hell no. Went over, boop, put it back on what I was watching. I didn't care about that shit. I'm not interested in that. Guess what? If I was interested, I go over and I go and I type what I'm interested in. Then those videos go in. I see one that I like, the people that are doing it. Then I go down to the little circle, tap it. It opens. Then I go up and I put that I'm interested in the group. That's what I'm always telling people, to subscribe. And I'll subscribe to their channel. Then I'll go over and I'll watch the rest of that video so that their videos come up that I can watch. But that's not what's going on. When I want to watch something, they're interrupting constantly with commercials. I understand. They get paid by the commercials who I'm watching. So I technically will leave it. Except for those. Oh, hell no. I am not going to let that run for a half an hour when this show is only 5 minutes. Get what I'm saying? I'm like, oh no, 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 no. Bullshit. And I have to go and go boom and get rid of it. Or the one where there were like 3 in the corner and they show one video, then they show another video, then they show another video, and I'll let it run up to a point and then it gets annoying. I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I'm not worrying. If I got commercials with this, and if you want to let me, take advantage of getting credit for them and maybe them sending me a check with money, I would thank you. But the point is that you're not here to watch those commercials. You're here because you want to hear what my conversation hopefully is interesting. I hope it is. And it just annoys the hell, especially today. That's already happened. And I was like, oh no. And I was like, 2 people I was going to watch, and their shows were going to be very boring. So I just went back out and went and saw something else. And when I went to the other one, they put a long commercial. I was making a salad for me to eat with ham. We're testing recipes for ham. We have a real good one. You put a can of Coke. The people who showed it, they use Diet Coke or Coke Zero. And then they use fake brown sugar, which I'm not going to use fake brown sugar. I like regular brown sugar. And I put that and the Coke, and we put it in the Instapot and we cooked it. And it was so good. We were like, this is really good. And there was some weird lady that was complaining because of her spiral, and she wanted it not cooked. And she was saying it was already sweet. And I'm like, okay. I know they cure it at the most, but that's with only salt. They don't use sugar. And she was there going, they're using sugar. And I was like, no, they're not. They're using salt, not sugar of any kind. But whatever. If she wants to believe that, let her. Anyway, we did that. And today I was doing my food and I was watching them use the controversial palette, the mini one, and it was interesting. And then, but it's not going to look like that anymore. When it gets re-released, it's going to have the green back put in there. Anyway, they should get rid of the Diet Root Beer one because he has it in the original one and they put the green back in. That's what they should have done. Anyway, that's beside the point. So I'm watching them use the palettes and everything, and I find it fun. And they go over and they do all that stuff, and I was like, okay, cool. And they put a commercial. And it's long. I am like, and I'm not paying attention. I'm putting ham into my salad and putting the dressing, I'm mixing it. I go sit down and I see commercial. And I look into the corner and it says 1 of 3. And I'm like, oh no. So I go, boom. I said, I'm sorry, but I'm not watching all those commercials so that you get a little bit of money. I understand that. I understand that tremendously. But I don't want to watch that. I want to watch him use the older palette because in the new one's going to be green in there instead of the colors in there. The 9 colors are going to be one different in it. So when you buy the palette, the little one, you're not going to have the same colors as the ones that everybody's getting now. They're getting rid of one of the ones, which should be the Diet Root Beer, because they have the Diet Root Beer in the other one. Anyway, I hear it's something else they're taking out. Anyway, that's my point. I didn't mind if they're small little commercials. No, but they're not putting that. They're putting a whole show in the place. I fell asleep once and I was listening to music, and it was a show this black man was showing. I don't have no idea what it was. I was like, oh, hell no. And I took it off and started the music again. It's annoying. I'm not interested in somebody else's show. It's bad enough that they're forcing us in all those things and we have to go off to the side, then go and find the people we like and start watching them that way. That's annoying to me. I'm sorry. I don't want to go hunt that strip there. I'm interested in that. I don't want to look at the president and his bullshit. They put a strip of that. Did I ever have anything interested in the news? No. I never highlighted any of news channels. But they put the strip there. And it just annoyed the hell out of me. I'm like, stop it. Look at what we want to see. Don't give us what you want us to see. We don't give a damn about what you want us to see. You're going to children. I don't want children to come to my site. I don't do anything that children can't see, but I don't want them over here. I don't want a parent to come over and say to YouTube, Manuel was there showing that the makeup you're supposed to, you know. And that's the thing that makes me annoyed. I don't care about children and what they want. You know why? Because every single circle that comes right, children make me want to take them out back and beat them to death. And why? Why? Every single time. Me and a group of people worked hard. And, you know, around the world, we worked hard to make it available that gays have rights. And then, if you were to go and ask them, how do they feel about blah, 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 or do you know anything about blah, 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 they don't. They don't care. They don't want to know why the men wear a pink triangle and it goes like this. And why women wear a black triangle, which goes like that. They don't want to know why. They don't want to know any of that stuff. They're just there going, la, 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 la. And they don't care. When they're going to we need them to vote. They're not going to vote. And that's my point. All I've heard so far from the children is disrespect. And I think to myself, we're here killing ourselves and getting killed by the police, by other people who are full of hate. They claim they're Christians, but they're not Christians. They claim it. It's all fake. And the reality is that we're taking it up the ass because of that. And it's not in a good way. And I hate that. And they say, well, maybe the children will learn from you. Learn what? That we're angry and we deserve to be angry? Because not only are we getting stepped on by the police, by the fake Christians, and now the gay children. I mean, it's bad enough the movies are lying about the whole situation. They tried to say it was a white male who started the Stonewall. No, it wasn't a white male. What had happened is a drag queen had been killed and people had had enough. We had gays dying left and right everywhere, and a drag queen had gotten killed that night. People got mad, put their shoes in their hand, knowing that the police were going to show up to harass again. And they said no more. They put their stilettos onto their hands, walked into the streets with Molotov cocktails ready and lit. The buses pulled up with the police and they lit them on fire. So now the police had to either stay in the bus or run through the fire to get to what they were going to attack and harass. And when they got out, they found people ready to get even for all the dead that were dying. They were saying, oh, he committed suicide with the bullets in my gun. All lies going on in New York and everywhere else on this land. And it's still going on in other countries. But the reality is that we got tired, Stonewall happened, and then it bled off into other areas. We start trying to make laws that will accept all people and everything. But see, we don't want to keep telling our story. Why? Because nobody's listening anymore. They don't care. They're so arrogant. So here we are. We feel like we're wasting our time, and they want now, oh, well, is this acceptable for children? I don't care if it is or not. I'm not thinking of children, so I'm going to say no. It is, because I'm not a person that does vulgar and disgusting things. But the reality is I don't want children at my site. I really don't. And if, Jeffrey and Shane get angry at me and everything and want to punish me, you know how they could do that? Jeffrey could send his whole line of makeup and all his products to me. And so can Shane. And you know why? Because I've told these people here on my site that if I was to get those products, I would do a tutorial. And if he sent me all of them, I would have to do for every single palette a tutorial. And that's the reality. They say, oh, we're going to shut him up. We'll send it all to him. And I'll be like, and I'll be there. Okay, well, you do this and you do this. I know it's crazy, but my word is my bond. And I tell people that. And that's the hardest thing for most people to do, is tell the truth. So I'm not going to lie. And I'm not, what was his name? President Washington. That, if you look ugly, I'm going to tell you, not going to call you ugly or anything. I'm going to take you off a side and we're going to work at how your look is. And that's just the way it is. I'm not here to put you down or whatever. My friends, I don't put down. I help them out because they're my friends and they're my family. And that's the way I've always treated people. But reality is most people don't do that. And then most people are stupid and they're selfish. And then they're so selfish, they don't know when they're screwing themselves like straight people do. And that's my reality. But I'm not interested in them turning this into H&R Puffin stuff. That's an old children's show when I was little. And I'm not going to dance around and try to be a child thing and all that stuff. I'm just going to tell my stories. I'm not going to be over vulgar and show nudity or whatever. Ugh. But that's the reality. I'm not going to gear my show towards children or anybody at all. All I do is I find things that annoy me and I talk about it or talk about different things. And right now, YouTube's been annoying the hell out of me because when you put a little commercial, I don't mind. When you try to run a whole half an hour thing in between something, the person was about to put makeup in their eyes, they put a commercial right there that's a half an hour. Please, somebody from your group needs somebody to kick them in the asshole and say, what the bleep is this? But YouTube's, get it together. All I keep hearing is, oh, I'm going to Carry On or Camelon or whatever that is. You're going to end up with a channel of just children's stuff because everybody's going to somewhere else to do their videos now. And I don't know if that's part of YouTube or if it isn't. All I know is people are leaving in the droves this group for a reason. And you're the reason, YouTube. I don't know. You guys got to put it together because all I'm seeing is a bunch of stupidity. And I'm hoping not to become part of that. I just like coming over, making my small little videos, which lately they've been a little long. And that's it. I had like 3 different videos to put together, but I can't remember them right now. So I'm just doing this one because I do remember it because it happened again. So it came back to my head. But anyway, subscribe to my channel because it's always up there if you go to the little circle at the bottom and tap it, and it'll subscriptions over there. Subscribe. Then go back and then slide, little dot, tap on that. It'll come up to the hands, put up the little hand. And if you got your phone connected or your computer and you're watching on there, then go over and tap, leave a message. Let me know what you wanted me to talk about and what you want to hear about. Myself, I like a lot of things. So let me know what you're interested in. And remember, AA, see you in church.